Hey everybody, welcome to our Halloween tutorial. In this video we're going to be doing a skull makeup. I have already prepped my face with some foundation and I filled in my brows. Now I went darker than I would normally because I want them to be a little bit more aggressive once I'm done. So I did go ahead a little bit dark and go a little bit darker than I would normally because I like drama. Who doesn't? Anyways, so I'm going to be using Too Faced Natural matte palette. Now my skin is very fair, and when I do this look I like to use like lavender grays and just kind of like gray tones. If you have a warmer skin tone you can absolutely play with the warmer tones. It's absolutely beautiful. Using like chocolate browns or like golden rust colors, it looks really pretty with the black, and you can play with the different colors with this. That's one thing that I like to do with all the makeup looks that I've done, is that you can play with the different colors. You can make them what you want them to be. Totally open for interpretation. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a very light shadow, something similar to my skin tone. What this is going to do is I've already put some eyeshadow primer on my eyelid. So the eyeshadow primer helps the eyeshadow to stick. So here what I'm doing is I'm just putting this powder on, which will set that eyeshadow primer and allow us to blend our eyeshadows into it. So for this look I'm using very matte shadows. You can play with this and make it more glamorous type drama makeup if you want. I'm doing this with the thought in mind that this can be unisex. So it doesn't have to be sparkly or girly or anything like that. You can transfer this onto any face. So now I'm just going to do the same thing underneath. Just kind of like lighten up underneath here. I think actually I might dust this all over my face. I like the way this is making it look. So I like the way that this is removing all of the color from my face. I get real pink, so try to get rid of that. So now I'm going to take this kind of like grayish lavender color here. Actually, I'm going to start with this brown. It's kind of like a sandy brown. Just kind of build the depth in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke out my eye and make it look dark like a skull, sunken in. So that's why I'm choosing not to use any shimmer. I want this to have the effect that it's sitting back and sunken in. Whenever you have shimmer, it makes it stand forward, which is not what I'm trying to do here. So the shimmer catches the eye, makes it stand out. And this doesn't need to be perfect. Like I said, I'm not doing a glam look. You can definitely if you'd like. I like a little more aggressive Halloween stuff sometimes. Now I'm just going to take an empty brush and just kind of buff all this in. I'm going to take that same shadow that I was just using and I'm going to long and narrow. What I'm going to be doing is building this into a scowl look. So as you're doing this, don't be afraid to like scrunch up your face and see what it does. You want to accentuate those deeper movements in there. See? Makes it look more aggressive and mean. I'm going to start to kind of shade my hairline. This just causes it to sit back a little bit more as well. Now I have an empty brush. Just kind of buffing that in. Now I'm going to move to the darker purple color. So this is staying closer to the lid, not so high up. Now I'm going to take that same color I've been working with and go underneath the eyes. take a little brush. Okay, same color that I was just working with, and I'm going to just make that just a little bit more aggressive. I have this black gel liner, and I'm going to put this on my lid because what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke out my eye, and this gives it a nice foundation. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to be balanced. So I'm gonna take this and try to get it in my lashes. It's hard for me to do this in that big mirror in my lashes, so there's not any light spots. You can also do this with like an eyeliner pencil. Now I'm going to do black shadow, just basic black shadow. And this, I'm just gonna smoke this out. Getting back that purpley gray color I use. If when you're doing this and you get any black fallout, just get an empty brush. You can always make it work to your favor because we're kind of gonna darken this up on the face and the nose and the mouth and stuff, so depth around it here is gonna be good for us. Don't be afraid. And now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush here, my black, and I'm just gonna smoke out this crease here. Got my gray that I was working with at the beginning. See, that's what you don't want to do. I keep this towel on my lap here. See, even my brows, I need to be darker now. So I'm going to darken those just a little bit. I have a special effects cream color palette by NYX. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the brown that's in the center here. I like this one because it's like a grayish brown. And I'm going to create lines here and curve down. Okay, so now I've created this line and I'm going to bring it down. So we're just going to kind of buff this in. Take this up into my temples. Now I'm just going to deepen it up just a little bit. So now I am going to brighten back up the center of my face again. I'm going to use that light shadow again. I do want to kind of get rid of this pinkish tone in my lips. And I'm just going to put a little foundation over them. Alright, and I'm just going to kind of... So now I'm going to use that same gel liner. You can use a liquid liner, you can use an eyeliner. So just going to thicken that line. I kind of want to fill in the corners of my mouth. Just to make that transition a little bit. So when you open your mouth, it doesn't look off. You can see the difference. Alright, now I'm going to draw teeth. I don't like mine exactly the same. You can do one solid line if you want. I like mine to look a little different. kind of hatchy. See, and then it's all filled in the corners of your mouth. So when you open your mouth, it doesn't look pink. It looks like you got real hatchet mouth. I'm going to use that for my nose. So same, you can use this with liquid liner. Okay, this is the part where I get obsessive. Okay, liquid liner, eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna bulb out this side. And then I'm just gonna fill it in. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. See, this is where I get obsessive and I need to stop. Okay. Now that I've got all this black on my face down here, I feel like I want to deepen the black up top just a little bit. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And then, my friends, we are done. You can put lashes on if you want. When I do this much black around my eyes, I tend to not, especially with this skull makeup. But again, personal preference. If you'd like to throw in some lashes, please do so. All right, my friends. I think we did a good job. Creepy and wonderful. Halloween. I love Halloween. I wish it could be Halloween every day. Costumes are my favorite. Awesome. Happy Halloween.